I seriously cannot express how much I love books and how much I love fall and how excited I get to pick a TBR for the fall. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Angelisa and on this channel we talk about books. Today we are going to be talking about my fall TBR. Fall is my favorite season and I love fall books. Now I have a stack of over, I think 40 books, if I counted them right, here. And they are not all the books that I like. They are books that scream fall to me that I want to read this fall, and I doubt I'm going to get to all of them. I'm likely going to pick up other books as well that aren't on this list, but these are the books that like when I think of fall and what I really want to read this fall, this is what I'm thinking about. So I actually have one more book that I need to add to this that I didn't even realize. Okay, so I have a stack of like fantasy and a little tiny bit of romance, and then a stack of mystery thrillers, obviously. Now we're just gonna go straight into them. I think I'll start off with the mysteries. So to begin, this was on, I believe, my 2023 TBR, and they are The Paris Apartment and The Guest List, by Lucy Foley. Thank you. These are both, I don't want to like show you guys what's in this stack, so I'm just gonna move it over so that you don't see. I've had both of these for a while and I haven't picked them up, so I have no idea what I have a vague idea of what they're about, but I have no idea what Lucy Foley's writing is like, and these two, like, literally the covers match. I don't know, something about it just like I needed to have both. One is a hardcover and one is a paperback, but they are legitimately the same size, so I don't even mind. I love when they do that. I feel like it makes me not mind. Like, they literally match. Like, on the bookshelf, you can't notice. But anyway, I want to read both of these and see what her writing is about, specifically The Guest List, because it's about a wedding, and I feel like actually I probably shouldn't be reading this because I'm planning my own wedding, but we're gonna read it anyway, hopefully. So, oh, I'm holding it backwards. It's because the back says about the wedding. Anyway, yeah, so I want to read both of these and see what they're like, and I don't know if she has any other books, to be honest. I should probably... Oh, she does. Oh yeah, The Hunting Party. I remember that being like a similar cover to this one as well. I don't recall the other three. Last Letter from Istanbul, The Invitation, and The Book of Lost and Found. But yeah, so if I get to any of these, I'll let you guys know how they go. Also, a mystery thriller. Everybody's been talking about Miss Freida McFadden, so I want to read The Housemaid. I happened to pick this up randomly one day before I kind of knew about, like, everyone was talking about Freida McFadden, and then I was gonna go buy it, and then I was like, wait, that sounds familiar, and I realized I already had it on my shelf. So I do, like, it kind of like got it back on my radar, so I do really want to read this and see what it's about. I think I picked this up because someone told me it's similar to Verity, and that's why I ended up picking it up the first time, and then it kind of just fell off my radar, but now that everybody's talking about it again, it fell back on my radar. So yeah, I want to see what it's about. So yeah, I'm hoping to read that. And then we have some Riley Sager books that I'm hoping to read. I have these two. I know that they have a really big backlist, but the first one is their new release, the only one left. So I really want to read this one. No idea what it's about, but for some reason I just love the vibes of this with the house, and it actually kind of looks like it's about like this house and this family got murdered in it or something like that, or there was family murders in it in 1929, and in this book now it's 1983, and the girl who like everybody assumed was responsible for it is now like in her 70s and wheelchair bound, and this nurse, I believe, has come to take care of her, and the lady says that she wants to tell the nurse everything about what happened. So the nurse starts to help the old lady like write about the events that happened that night, and it sounds just like very, very interesting, so I'm kind of excited excited, to be honest. I love Riley Sager's writing. So yeah, and then the other one that I have is Lock Every Door. This is on his backlist. And I've talked about this one a few times on my channel. I believe it's about these people who live in like an apartment complex, and it's called like the oh yeah, they're like apartment sitters. She gets a job apartment sitting, and there's other apartment sitters in this apartment complex, and then something happens and they find out that like I think it's called the Bartholomew, where they're apartment sitting, isn't actually all that safe, and they start to dig into the past about the building and like what happened, and yeah, they find out some things. So yeah, I hope to read this. The next one I got, I honest to God picked up because of the cover. I feel like it just, I don't know, it was just screaming like fall mystery thriller to me, or even like wintry thriller. And it's called The Writing Retreat, and you can see like the trees and there's snowflakes. Sorry, my like light is making a glare. But yeah, I love the cover because it has like faux pages turned here, and it's so cool. The font in this is kind of small, which scares me, but it's not that long. But yeah, it's about this girl who, like, I think it's a girl. Yeah, this woman, she goes on a writing retreat because she is trying to become a publisher or self-published, a published author. And she goes on this writing retreat, and like weird things just start happening. The leader of the retreat starts doing weird things. People are disappearing. So I want to see what this one's all about. It's an author I've never read before, so I figured it's also a debut. So I've just seen it like everywhere. It's always on the display shelves at the bookstore. So after seeing it like 18 times, I was like, I should probably just pick it up. Alright, next we have an Alice Feeney book. So this is one that I got off of Book Outlet, I believe. And it's a hardcover, but it's I Know Who You Are by Alice Feeney. And it's about this girl, Amy, and she comes home and her husband is missing. And obviously like the police kind of suspect her, and she's struggling to keep like her career and everything intact while her past is coming up, because I guess the police are like digging into her past. So it seems like she has a past that's like unrelated to this thing, but it's like secrets about it are coming up because they're looking into this. So yeah, interesting. I kind of just love like how this book looks, and like the hardcover under the jacket. Like it's just, I don't know, sometimes I just like appreciate hardcovers. And then I love the like maroon end pages. I think that's what they're called. I'm not really sure, but oh, it kind of matches her hair in this photo. But yeah, so I want to pick up that one. Next we have some Karen McManus books. I do have others of hers, but these two specifically I really want to read. So I want to read One of Us is Back. It's the third book to the One of Us is Lying series, and I can't say what this is about because you have to read the series. But the One of Us is Lying series is just like a high school YA fiction. So it just reminds me of fall, and I want to read it this fall. And the other book is You'll Be the Death of Me, and this one is a standalone, and it's another like high school YA fiction. And these three classmates decide to ditch school, but then they run into this other student, and they end up following that kid, and he ends up getting murdered. So they kind of are stuck in the middle of this like crime scene, and yeah, so, and they all also have like a connection to him in some way. So yeah, it's just a very like interesting, I'm pretty sure this is multiple POV. Yeah, that's what I love about Karen McManus's books, is that they're multiple POV, and sometimes it can get confusing, but I also enjoy it because you get to see so much more in the book. Alright, the next two that I have are YA mystery kind of like fiction series, and the first one is The Natural series. Everybody is talking about this. I picked it up as soon as it started to go viral before I went on a book buying ban, I believe. I'm pretty sure. And yeah, so I want to read this series because I literally every fall will watch Criminal Minds, and the fact that this has been described as a YA Criminal Minds in a book is just like perfect for me, I think. And I kind of enjoy that the last one is so thick, because I feel like that means that there's just like a lot that happens in this series. So yeah, and I know that there is like a fifth one that's like a novella. I don't think there's a physical copy for it. I'm pretty sure it's only in like ebook format, so I'm probably just gonna borrow it on Libby. The next one I have is another YA series. It's the Truly Devious series. I've actually had this for a while. It's like the first YA fiction series I picked up because I got it on Book Outlet for really cheap as a trilogy, and I had heard about it and was just like, oh, you know what, I'll just buy the trilogy, see what it's like. And I haven't read it yet, so I really want to read it, and it's another just like, it really reminds me of A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, she's trying to like solve a cold case for her project or whatever, and it's interesting because her name is Stevie Bell in this, and I'm pretty sure that one of the like people in A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, his name was Andy Bell, and yeah, I just thought that was interesting. Anyway, that is all the mystery thrillers that I want to read. Now we have a stack of fantasy and romance. I'll start off with just like a few romance that I have. I don't have a lot of like fall themed romances, and I probably will just pick up like a random romance here or there that isn't necessarily fall themed, but in terms of like fall and what I want to read for fall specifically, I'm gonna start off with Love in the Time of Serial Killers. I feel like this is just like, duh. I love watching like slasher films and stuff about serial killers that is tasteful, but I feel like this book just sounds very interesting. I love the cover. It's a cute like rom-com cover, but then she's reading a monster book, which is so cute and just so like Halloween-y to me. Next we have The Dead Romantics. I feel like this is self-explanatory. This is about someone who I believe is like falling in love with a ghost, which is interesting and kind of just like spooky and like a little, I don't know, Halloween kind of vibe romance. And it's really, really short, so I'm excited about this one. And then we have The Kiss Curse. I read The Ex-Hex last year and I absolutely loved it, and this is a companion novel to it. It's the second book in the series. I do think you should read them in order, I believe, but this is about the first book's female main character's cousin, Gwen, and I think it's just gonna be so cute because it's, I believe, enemies to lovers, like these rival shop owners across the street from each other. Yeah. And their professional relationship ends up getting personal when they share a kiss, and after that they try to stay away from each other. And yeah, it just sounds like so much fun, and I'm really excited to just revisit this world because it was so much fun last year, and I love reading this type of book around Halloween. The next few books that I have are all like Greek mythology books. So I think I said in my fall book recommendations video that I really for some reason associate Greek mythology books with fall, so I have a few here that I want to get to this fall. The first one is Piranesi by Susanna Clark. Now my best friend Rowan read this and she absolutely loved it, and I've had it on my shelf literally since then, like since last year or something, and I haven't picked it up, and I just absolutely love the color. It has a little bit of like kind of gold foiling in it, and it's just gorgeous, and when I eventually have enough space I want to put this on display like on my Greek mythology shelf. But yeah, so I really want to get to this one. I can't even like tell you what any of these about because a lot of them are just like Greek mythology retellings. So the next one is called Ariadne. I got this in a book haul recently, and this is another like Greek retelling about the princess of Crete, Ariadne. And yeah, oh my god, there's so many words on a page. You know those when like the font isn't small but just like the space between lines is very like the page just looks very dense and like full of words. But yeah, I don't know, I'm just in my like Greek mythology era. Next we have Circe. This one a lot more people probably know about. It's another Madeline Miller book, and she wrote The Song of Achilles, which I read and did really like, and I heard that this one is even better, so I'm excited about this one. This one is more focused on, I believe, like woman empowerment and Circe as a main character, so I'm really excited about this actually. And although it feels thick, it's actually not that long of a book. Lastly, for Greek mythology fantasies, I have Stone Blind by Natalie Haynes. So this is like a Medusa retelling, and it's apparently supposed to be very tasteful and actually tell her story the way that I guess it should be told. So I am excited for this one, and I've heard really, really good things about it. And again, the cover is just beautiful. I find that the cover for Greek mythology books are just like gorgeous. Like, you can't beat them. Okay, now we're getting into more like just straight up fantasy books, and I'm gonna move them over so that, oh, still see? Yeah, you can. Oh, how do you do this? How do you get it like out of view? Okay. So the first two I have here are all of the Blake books. So the first one is One for My Enemy. Now, I was so tempted to get, so I got the exclusive version because, of course, there's, I believe, is there bonus content? I don't know if there's bonus content or if, I think there is. There's a little bonus content at the end. But also these beautiful end papers. I have no idea what this is about. I think this was on her like backlist, and then she like republished them in these gorgeous, gorgeous covers, which I'm so glad that she did. But I got this one, but I kind of like the white cover more, and I saw on Indigo they have a signed copy on sale right now in the white cover. I was so tempted to get it, but I decided that I don't need it, and I haven't even read this yet, so I shouldn't get a signed copy of a book that I'm not even sure that I like. But the cover is gorgeous, and this is another cover that I would probably put on display. But I really want to get into all of these Blake, and specifically this book, but also this book, Masters of Death. Oh my god, like just look at that. And this is like a beautiful kind of like mint, I don't know, like really, really, really light wash blue color. And the pages are such a nice beige. And yeah, I'm very excited for both of these. This has like haunted mansions and vampires and death involved, like the death, like the character. And this one has, I'm not even sure. I'm very confused. Oh yeah, it's like two witch families in a modern day Manhattan. So I think these are also like modern fantasies, which I love. Next we have the Throne of Glass series. I'm not going to pick up all of them because there's literally like 8, but I really, really, really need to get to this series. I don't need to say anything else. I've talked about it a million times. It's been on my TBR forever. I need to get to this series this year, like this fall. Now, that's it. That's all I'm going to say. Moving on. Next we have the entire Harry Potter series. I have never read Harry Potter. I've never watched Harry Potter. But it's come to my attention that I can't call myself a reader unless I have. So I was gifted the entire box set, and I've decided that this fall I'm gonna try and read it. That's what I want to read. I don't need to say much about this. Once I've realized that I hadn't read or watched these and people think that that's crazy, I decided I wanted to read them before watching them. So I'm going to read them first. And this box set is just so pretty. Okay guys, we still have a few more. We are almost there. Almost there. Next we have the Once Upon a Broken Heart and the Ballad of Never After by Stephanie Garber. I have Caraval on my August TBR that I'm hoping to still get to this month so that I can read these two, and then the Curse for True Love, I believe is what it's called, when it comes out in, I believe, end of September or October, something like that. So yeah, I want to read these two. I'm literally have no idea what they're about. Literally no idea. Ah, yes, I thought so. I think this, she's like being offered up for marriage and she's trying not to end up in this marriage. And then I can't say what the second one's about because I don't know and I don't want to spoil it for myself. Anyway, moving on, we have 2 YA fantasy like series that I've had on my freaking shelf since the very beginning, and I need to get to them. Now I know that you don't have to read one to read the other, but I want to. So it's the Shadow and Bone series. Honestly, I've seen mixed reviews about this. Some people love it, some people don't like it, and they say you just skip to Six of Crows. But I'm gonna read it and see how it goes. That rhymed unintentionally. Ew. But yeah, so I want to read Shadow and Bone because I also want to watch the show, and I heard that it intertwines both of them, so I want to like understand them separately first. And then of course Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom. I just love these covers and I hate the new ones. Anyone who likes the new ones, I don't know what to say to you. I love like the little like gold detailing on this and how it's like reflective, and this one has like silver detailing that's reflective. I just think it's so freaking cool. All right guys, honestly, I kind of just like zoomed through the fantasy because a lot of these are popular. A lot of you know these books already, and it's just like I need to get to them already. But the last series I have, you may or may not know about. I've talked about it on my channel before, but I stopped talking about it for a bit because I feel like I was talking about it too much, but now I'm going to talk about it again because I have yet to read it and I want to. So this is the Kiss of Deception series, and this is a trilogy that comes before the Dance of Thieves duology. So if you read the Dance of Thieves duology and was confused because there was no world building and everything was kind of just like confusing, this is why. There's a trilogy before it that you can read to understand the world building. So I love that duology and I really want to get back into the world, so I want to see if I will read this trilogy. Maybe I will do a reading vlog of just this trilogy. We'll see. Okay guys, I think that's all the books that I planned to read for this fall. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Comment down below what books you plan to read for the fall, or if you've read any of these books, hype me up to read them. Otherwise I will not read them. I'll read some of them, but I need to be like hyped up to read them, to like encourage me to keep them on my radar. But yeah, anyway, don't forget to like and subscribe. It helped me so much when you guys do that, and thank you so much. I don't know if when I upload this video I'll already be at 1,000 subscribers, but I'm literally so close. I saw like 999 this morning and I screamed a big scream. So yes, thank you guys so much for your support. It means the absolute world and I never thought this would happen. So yeah, anyway, I don't want to get all mushy, but yeah, have a good day and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.